G'day, today we're continuing on with our Islanders run, so we'll jump on over to Island 4. So in terms of achievements I've got left to get, probably the next closest ones is there's an achievement to get to Island 10, there's an achievement to get 15,000 points before Island 11, which you can see we're well on track for that since this is only Island 4, and there's... Oh cool, I get to place a statue. Whoa, treat. Couple of statues. Okay. And I get, there is one to, now that rock doesn't go away, so he's sort of in the way for any building there. I think those rocks will go away, so we'll centralize this guy here. That rock won't go away, but he's in a pretty good spot. Almost like there's no, like, seam between him and the ground. Let's put one there. I feel like the third one should be over here somewhere, so we'll put him there. Everyone sort of benefits from those. So, saying something. 7 down there. 14, 15, so we'll go down here too. 16. Go the 16. Go this guy for the 12. Okay, so this time we're going to do 2 clear cities. One on the top, one down the bottom. Start with the one at the top and we'll make him our mansion city. I feel like there was a thought I was partway through and I can't remember what it was to do with achievements. There's one more achievement that's doable. Oh, that's right. There's an achievement to get all the, like, place every single type of building on one level. I feel that that's more dependent on, like, the luck of the draw and whether they give me all the different types. Because I assume that that means I have to have the 3 different types of, like, plateau builds. And the lumberjack we can get 14 out of there. 12 out of one of those guys all the way at that end. I can't imagine that our sawmill's going to be able to see him anyway. We can get the same 14 without taking up this sort of central position. Someone likes the masons. Who is it? Is it small houses? I'll get him in here. Yeah, they do like him, so we'll get that little setup going. No, we actually have got a second town hall center too, so maybe I should swing. I'll put him on that side. There's probably a bit more room around him over here. I go on pushing pretty quick with all the farms and everything. On this one, do we have another plateau? Yes, we do. This guy. So, do the farm fields care about that? They do. Okay, so let's put one of these guys right on the statue. I guess we'll start with just one of them right there. Some nice points out of these houses at the moment. I don't know as well if I should try and build that, trying to keep in mind that I'd like to build a completely immersed temple up there too. It's just a little bit tricky when Like, if you were trying to build around a temple, those houses on the outside aren't going to have any benefit of being sort of near the center. You can see already they're only worth like 4 if I can't get them near the center of the city. So goal is more just to try and push them in as much as we can. We need a few more sort of structures up there to make it more appealing. Alright, so what do we got flowers-wise? Oh, we got a board up here. The cheeky little get. That's the sort of thing we're talking about. Or if we can get a fountain up here. Have these guys sort of huddle around the fountain. See what I mean though? Like, even if I sort of go, alright, what if I wanted to put the temple here? And I start to work out, there's no... Like, the value of the things I'm placing just isn't there anyway. Might hold off for another fountain up there, I'd say. Hopefully we see another one. Getting our huts nice and early is always ideal, because we just want to get as many as possible. It is funny that our, like, smaller houses are much more worth our while than the mansions. I guess maybe they're just a bit more community focused. Now, if we're talking a... so they don't care about the flowers, they just care about the trees. So say if we're talking about a... the future planning of putting down a resort oasis, I think they like the flowers. So sort of having this spot up here available for them would be good. They also like arcs. Parks just up there on their own aren't going to be worth too much to us, so let's just hold off using them at this point. Mansions really don't have much of a reach either, so they are only seeing what's right in front of their faces. Lumberjacks, okay. 11 there, it's around 11. Still a pretty good get for how surrounded these guys are. Yeah, we'll take an 8. If I could still have room to put a plateau up here somewhere, that would be great, because these guys love a plateau. There we go. These houses love a plateau, so you can see you're getting 6 points from it. So for the value that I was getting from otherwise placements on this, plateau is actually going to significantly improve it all. And the idea being that eventually, if we get a temple, it might be surrounded enough that we get a lot of points from all the town mansions that it can see. Alright, so let's go back to our very valuable fields down there. So those like the fields too. It just doesn't like the windmill. Good to know. The fishes, what do they like? They like town halls. Got to get one on that side. He's a bit too far away. They also like the probably should have set him further back, since he could have been all the way, say, over here. Still got me that value, so that's a bit of a dud placement, but I can reverse it. I forgot that that was a thing in this. put him like that, we can then sneak a second guy there. Get twice as much out of him. Alright, do we have a flat where I can put a brewery? That can go on the sand? Go up there too, but that's where we want to have our sort of resort relaxing stuff. So we'll put the brewery down on the beach here. Okay, we've got another town hall. Mason Mill Seaweed Farm statue. Alright, what can we get for a tower? So if we're going over this way, 22 is what he's picking up. 22, so they're two evenly matched towns at the moment. I feel like the parks are going to have to start getting played. These guys like the city centers, the statues, the shaman. So can they reach those three things over here? They can, so we can line up them for 14 each. They like parks? I don't care. Do they like towers? No. But they like city centers, that was part of it, right? Okay, so what if I put a city center? 15 there for just sort of not being near anything. 19 over here for being able to see the Mason. 31 to there. That's what he's also seeing, that fisherman. Now there's nowhere else that I could put him that he could also see another fisherman as well, because there's no water access to where he is. But 31's a pretty good pickup. We'll put him there. That possibly changes our vote on where we want these guys, because then we're getting 20 for them in this little corner. But they are my break glass in case of emergency, so we'll only put the one down now. That is funny that we get like 1 point for every house available, and they actually do basically completely work out to be the same thing. Alright, warehouse. So 9 there, 13 for him there, 15, 19. Could be worthwhile. I don't think anywhere else we're going to see any better than that. So let's push him as far to the edge as possible. Like 19. Okay, so they don't like the park at the factory. We can get them in up here for a bit more. I don't recall if the temple cares about parks or not. But we'll be pretty up there a bit for the points. Doesn't feel like we're getting too many more mansions at the moment, but there is still heaps of room up there for mansions. Okay, circus. 50. The other important thing is if we can get this on this side of town and we keep that in mind, it means that when we put in, we can put a second circus on that side. In fact, that's a better spot for one already. It's 58 points. But it means that we can have a second one there. So we've got to leave that spot available. Remember that. So 58 there, which means if we slot another house in somewhere at this end, let's say a 23, or 24 there, but I think that would push this guy out further, wouldn't it? That sort of push him over here. So bit of give and take to that placement. 16. Put him there. And we get 62. I did see the 62. It's to do with the way that guy's rotated. If his door's sort of coming into there, it fits in a little bit better. I can't believe we've only got the one fountain so far too. Gold mine. So where was our gold? I think that's also something that would limit the ability to have all buildings represented on a level, is if we don't have a gold mine, like the position to put one. But I didn't think it gave us the gold mine unless we actually had the ability to place one, so I feel like I've just not seen it. I mean, in theory, I can place it somewhere for just a negative gain, or next to a jewelry store and a warehouse and a statue, to make it not hurt too much. So this guy we'll put up here, hopefully somewhere where we can get a fair bit. So 36 there. Can you slot into that gap? We have 46. 46 there, 46 there. He doesn't care too much about the 61 if he's up there. I don't know if the temple would take issue with him, so we'll put him on the far side away from the temple. Sort of stack a few more guys up against that potential temple spot. So I think it would only be if I felt I had absolutely everything else on the map would I bother putting that guy down. So he's up to 29 up there, 24 down here. The Mesa Towers don't care about city centers. I realize I'm going to undo that. So that was immediately where I said I was going to put my next circus if I got one. So let's not take that spot. I don't want to go there if I don't feel like I've got that much room for houses up there for potentially how many more houses I could get. Alright, let's go for around the fields. Market. Yeah, hearty another chunk of houses there. Okay, so 31, 51, 31 on that side. So why are you... Oh, because you've seen the warehouse when I put you on this edge. So, absolutely, we'll take the 51. Fortunately, these guys can't get close enough to see the plateau. If these guys can still see the city center and see the circus, they are very happy. Does also mean that any if we're going to put a circus here and we know that that circus isn't in his range, I mean, again, that's the chance that we get a second circus. It may not happen. It's an interesting hexagon we got flashing there. Oh no, that's just the weird sign thing from the, I think, latest patch that sort of makes me see the underground of the way that some of these things work. So we'll chuck the brewery there. House in there. 27, 19, 49. 46. Let's go to 49. Haven't. So the fields don't care about the gardens. 26 is still an incredible score that we can pick up for these guys. .38 stellar for not actually mining any fields over there. Still nothing at that end. And I suppose I could put a park, say, over here. Try and make them more appealing. Well, there is one achievement I've just hit there, so that's a score 10,000 through the entirety of a run. So, PP. 115 there. So you can sort of see that even if I put more houses to this edge, they're probably not going to make it into where this guy can see. The only real thing would be is if I got if I had plateaus that I could put on the outside. So I'm going to hold off playing that temple. That temple is my my trump card to play when all else seems lost. So this is what we were talking about with this guy's potential. I value. You get 45. He doesn't care about the shaman, and he's actually going to wipe out a whole bunch of those flowers that he's sitting on top of there. So let's talk about going down here somewhere. 43, 44. Put him in the... See, that's the tricky one. Do I put him as far away as I can so that I could possibly put someone on the other side? But I'm not sure that someone on the other side is going to be able to see them all anyway. Cool, there we go. There's our next island opened up. So we can play with a little bit more comfort, knowing that we're already safe. 39, 39 there, 43, because you can see two different town halls. Also on the side of town, so it means that this side can also get more. Already gonna possibly jump too early into getting another city center. Not a city center, into getting the walls, because the walls can definitely cause you grief. Well, that you can have so many of them and not really place them. They're your last line sort of options. Alright, so I can see two town halls if we put him on this side, so let's do that. It's up to 35. This guy's up to 32. So now it's swung back in the favor of the other guys. And 13. Can you fit on here somewhere? 23. 16 up there. I mean, he's in view of those guys, so that won't be happy. So 23 in the corner. As long as we're not blocking out where I want that that circus to fit. So I don't know how far across that needs to be, so we'll just sort of push him back a little bit. Right, so these guys don't like a few of the things that I've put in between. They're dropping to sort of 18 down there, 13 over there, 14 still up there. So I think that what that suggests is that I should be putting one of these guys in the vicinity where these guys up here can see him, but that shaman can't. Maybe there. 15 and nothing else. 26 is what I could get if I put him here. Let's go the 26, because then I can put these guys just on this side. No, they don't like it. So what if I go this side? 21. It's not too bad. We'll drop one of those so we can progress to the next round. Seaweed farms. Cool. Close enough just to get both. Who likes seaweed farms? These guys don't, I believe. They don't like the farms, but they do like the fields. So let's put a seaweed farm. Sort of want him a little bit somewhere where he can take advantage of being able to see a bunch of fields while not necessarily seeing, say, the first placement. So we'll put that guy there. And we'll just put a whole bunch of fields around him. He does like the towers too. And he likes the temples. So the two of them are going to help each other out at some point. You're refraining from placing those guys too, because I want to see if I can get like some overhangs. I can put them on the outside of the temple. Okay, so I get an easy 39 out that way. 42. Alright, he likes the Resort Oasis, he likes the Market Tower Circus. So somewhere sort of 10. Then you can get 10 over here. So he doesn't like town city centers. So 10's really all we're getting for him at the moment. But we do. Does he like the temple? He doesn't care about the temple. Temple cares about him. No, he doesn't. They don't care about each other. Okay. Those guys do like being around the Resort Oasis. But I mean, that's already done. I need to move him off where that guy is. No, we don't want to put him there. It's got the... Well, I've already put one at the back over here, but it does seem like a position where they are still happy for them. I remember last time I was pretty underwhelmed with how my monument went. But he can only go up so high, but at that point he loses the warehouse. So let's slot him over there. Monument likes the temple, city center, parks and statues. So somewhere like there is perfect for him. Which makes me think that it's time to play this guy. No, not him, monument. So if we go this guy, and then that guy, water plateau. I don't think there's any benefit to water plateaus for me at the moment. So close to the next little level chip over there. That's what we've been waiting for. Okay, so if we go wall plateau... No, wall plateau... Here, if we put that flush... Does that allow these guys to go all the way back? That does. he sits snugly inside the two of them. Oh, and snuggle in. You can get there. It's really as snug as I can get, but what means we can do now is we can play wall there. For a fountain there. What do we see? 34. 34 is probably as good as we're going to get, so I'll slot him in there. Alright, brewery field. Like more of them, because they're making me some nice money. Nice points. Tower, okay. So, do you care about the monument? You do not. 46, 47. We'll take the 47. Then hope we get a second tower. It's 14's pretty ordinary. Sort of 16. 17, 18. Alright. Oh, that's not enough? Okay. So we've gotten everything it's going to give us in this one. I think possibly does mean that we can't get the achievement for placing everything. I feel like I've not got something. But that might not be true. So what I'll do is at the very end I'll place a that gold mine if that's the case, because we may as well, just in case that we actually are just that close to getting the achievement, we may as well place it. Okay, he doesn't like the temple, but he does like everything else we got up there. So let's just put him above the market. So it's part of the marketplace. It's actually a really nice place to view from the balloon, I would say. Now that would also mean that we want to place a water plateau. So where would we care for some more sort of expansion out? I don't know. Not sure there's any over benefit to it. So again, we won't push it at this stage. Maybe what we'll do is we'll extend out our smaller town too. Sort of there where there's a circus in the city centre. And we'll do a similar thing up here on this side. Alright, so what do we got park-wise? 13. Some nice spots along this bottom part that you can do for parks, where we can't really do much anything else. Sort of 15 in there, I think. Yep, there we go. 15. No, don't want to go in there. We are still hoping for a miracle second circus to show up. 21, 31. You beat 31 up here. 15. There's too many up here, so that I think they're just sort of stacking on each other, so congratulations. 31. Where were you? Take the 28, because I can't remember. Alright. so let's get this guy down here somewhere where he's happy. Go on that side so that he can work further around. No. No way you can get further around and... Oh, you can see the statue up there, so that's why you're a little bit happier. Fields. Fields aren't worth anywhere near as much now because they're too far from the farms that are also just sort of scattered about at this point. Oh, no, that's not what I was clicking over there. A nice spot there. But, reserved for... Of course, you can't go on the rock. Second warehouse. Whole bunch of stuff over there that would love a warehouse, except for the warehouse. A few things this way. Can't get him high enough to enjoy the market. That's pretty good. We could have put him on the rock, I wonder. Not a lot of points coming from those guys. It's a lot of fence in between those. Still nothing jumping out for what I would do with the water plateau. Like if I actually have any use for it. So I think that possibly just sort of placing them for the 13 points that we get, and then subsequent extra point that we get for all of them that are that can see the other ones. Can't take that spot. $14 it is. Finally someone can get placed on this other edge. Alright, talk to me about hut value. 14 on that side. 11 down there. 15 up here. Yeah, let's go. Have them run along there. Turn the camera around so we can see that a bit better. Two of them in there. Alright, some wall placement. Can we get... I can't imagine we're going to get him in a spot where he can see both of those guys. Is it almost in time? Because these guys won't like being near a wall, and I won't gain more points for the wall by having them protected by it. plateaus. Every time I place more of these, I end up still just getting 7 for them. It's a huge field. I mean, these guys can make bank. Do you like blocking in parks? So I got a job for you. Hmm, 11. Now definitely coming right down to it here. Oh, another plateau. $18 points because you can see 2 of them. I mean, it does straighten out an area of land that we otherwise can't use. Nine looks like as good as I'm going to get for him. Another field. And we finally get 9 for 1 as opposed to 7. Well, I don't think that we're going to make it all the way there from here. We'd need 40 points. And I know that those fishermen aren't going to really be too giving. So we'll go 14 there. City Centre Warehouse, Statue, Hut, Seaweed Field, but they hate other fishes. Because otherwise I've got a great deal for you. You can sort of slot in here somewhere and see a bunch of things you like. Six if we send him all 10. So we would need 11 from our last guy. Did I see it? Did I see an 11 somewhere in there? Sorry, I used my second last guy. I had one more after that too. Okay, so let's see if we can place this seaweed farm to give us a bit of a head start. Pretty good. 20 there. Totally forgot that we could take advantage of that guy too. And possibly it's time to concede that we're not getting that second circus. Well, we know we've got a guaranteed like 18 or whatever with this guy, so we'll place him. Another wall. 11. 20. So that would mean that we need 14 from this one guy, because that guy's not going to give us anything. So I don't think there's any water anywhere close enough on this edge that he could sneak in and gain much. So we'll just concede with his 6. So that's us done. But I am going to play this Cis guy just in case I have gotten every different type of thing for the map. I don't think I have, but what we'll do is we'll place him somewhere where he's only going to minus 10 off our score, not 20. Can confirm no achievement for placing everything. But I mean, that's not the biggest destruction of our money. But there we go. Another island down. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.